Welcome back, everybody. Mike out here in the garage once again, and today I'm going to do a very basic upgrade, probably the easiest upgrade you could do to your Indian Scout. Back in 2016, shortly after I bought the motorcycle, maybe within 6 months, I upgraded the factory headlight, which is this guy right here. Peel back the plastic, got like a European style parking light on it. This is the original headlamp assembly from my Scout. I replaced it with this from a company called Eagle Lights. Part number 8900BH. I don't know if the part numbers are the same now because again, I bought this in maybe close to 2017. I've had no problems with it until recently. When the bulb is on, I'll get condensation, and not just a little bit. The whole thing will fog up to the point where even with the high beams on, it'll disperse the light. It doesn't focus it, and it kind of makes really weird reflections at night. It's probably not safe anymore. I mean, it still physically works, but I think there's some kind of air vent or some kind of situation where it's supposed to be completely sealed. The inside of the light is getting warmer than the outside air traveling over it. And that differential of temperature causes the condensation to form. What I can tell you is my wife has the same exact light on her bike. I've got the same exact light on my 2 Royal Enfield Himalayans, and they don't have this issue. And I only just started having this issue. 6 years with the use out of it before it went bad. And it was pretty affordable. I don't remember what I paid for it, but it couldn't have been more than maybe 150 bucks or something with shipping. It's time to replace it. Boy, do I have an upgrade for it. So recently, Indian came out with an adaptive version of their Pathfinder headlight. Now they have a Pathfinder headlight that they introduced right when I believe the FTR came out, or it could have been the Scout Bobber. I don't remember what year. Now this one they introduced at the end of 2022 as a 2023 accessory. In case you're asking what the part number is for this bad boy, can you see it? It is part number 2884996-266. It is the black version of the Pathfinder Adaptive Headlight. I'm not really doing an unboxing, but I do need to get it out of the box. Peel back the plastic, so satisfying. So this is DOT approved. On the back, you can see there's a little air vent here. It's probably to prevent the issue that I had with it, with the Eagle Light fogging up. It's a cast metal housing. I mean, it's really well made. It better be, because it wasn't cheap. It's just the same deal. You got this that plugs into the wiring harness lead, which would have been for the parking lamp. It's the same hookup. I mean, it's pretty easy. You got just a standard, halogen hookup there. But if you wanted to use this, like let's say on a project, there are actually 3 threaded bosses on the back of the cast housing that you can probably thread a metric, bolt in there. It's different than the standard Pathfinder that's designed for the Scout. That one's got this weird, like 3 bulbs on the bottom, where this one has a look that I prefer. So what makes this particular bulb special is when you're in a bank, when you're turning, different elements will illuminate, kind of like I think JR Speaker is a company that makes lights like this for cars and motorcycles. I've seen a video on Indian's website and it really works pretty cool. So when the bike's leaning, it'll help illuminate the side of the road that you're turning towards while still projecting forward. So it's a pretty cool light, and it's warranted. We'll see how long that lasts. We've got kind of an Indian like angel eye halo kind of thing for an effect. So that should be pretty sweet. So let's get this installed. So this process is going to be about as easy as it can get. All you need is a screwdriver with just the right size Phillips bit on it. This is by far the easiest upgrade you can do to your bike. Now I do have to be pretty cautious here because my bike, as you can see, the headlight is custom painted. The bucket's custom painted and the trim ring is custom painted. And I don't want to mark up my pretty paint. Now, when you take your headlight out of your Scout, the outer trim ring or the bezel comes with the bulb assembly. So you need to take this out as one piece. And then in my case, I'm just going to unplug the harness from the bike. So there we go. That's unplugged. This is exactly how it comes from Eagle Lights. This adapter here is to provide power to the halo ring. Like I said, this works. It's just there gets condensation inside of it. And there's no, I mean, there's like a little plug here, but I don't see any vent or anything like that. So it's kind of sad that it does that, because I really like the way this looked. I don't understand why my bulb did this and my wife's bike and the Himalayans didn't do it. Anyhow, we're fixing it right now. My installation's a little different because I have the Eagle lights and I didn't need these two leads for the European style parking light, but the new Indian bulb uses it. So I need to actually uncover my heat shrink here. So if you notice here, there are these spring clips, and they hold the headlight into the bezel ring, and you got to be careful to take them out so you don't damage the finish on this ring. I recommend a pair of very, very thin needle nose pliers, because it can be a bear to do this. Very slow, very patient, very careful. And it comes out just like that. Now they give you new ones in the kit. I guess they're assuming you're gonna lose some, but I'm just gonna be slow and methodical here, and hopefully I won't end the day cursing. Again, I've got a custom painted headlight bezel, and I don't want to mess it up. So, there's 4 of them. If you don't have 4, you're missing one, or 2, or however many that you don't have. It is fun. Let me tell you, it is definitely not for the faint of heart. If you don't want to scratch up stuff that is already nicely painted or finished or plated, just take your time. My recommendation is don't pry on this. It's hard to see here. Let's see if I can get an angle. But you actually want to get the part of the spring clip that is under this lip here on the bezel. And what I'm doing is I'm prying it down and away from the edge of that. See if this comes out any good in the video here. Make sure you got your favorite pliers that you know will work. Because like I said, you got to pry it down and over to clear this lip. And I keep my finger on it so that it doesn't go flying. And man, I got a death grip on that, dude. So, that's it. Out with the old. The new Pathfinder headlight, unlike the Eagle light, has that index notch in it. So, when I put that dude in there, he lines right up so that, you know, the headlight's not twisted in the bucket. Because the Eagle light will do that. It won't be square. And then you'll be yelling at yourself, trying to figure out why it doesn't look right. So, as they say, assembly is reverse of disassembly. I don't know. Let's call this a W clip for lack of a better term. So, this spring W clip, there are 2 raised notches that I think will trap this. So, fish one end under the folded lip of the headlight bezel, and then capture those 2 notches, and then on the other side, again with the pliers, right, you got to push it down and pry it over at the same time. Don't go in there smashing it with a screwdriver, because I don't think that you'll have enough control over it to do a nice neat job. Now I just got to do that 3 more times and not screw it up. The struggle is real, my friends. Well, let me finish this and then we'll jump back. All right, after much faffing about here, I got all 4 clips on. Yeah, it was a combination of using the pliers and pushing down my fingers and lots of patience. But this actually fit a little nicer than the Eagle light, because the Eagle Light doesn't really have a proper indentation to mount those or to capture those the W spring clips, as it were. So now's the easiest part. We go put it back on the bike. So one thing I want to mention, in the instructions, you have to download off of Indian's website. They're not in the box. I thought they were. It will mention that one of these is a black wire and one of them's brown. My 2016, this is not the case. I have a black wire, and then I have a black wire with either a pink or a red stripe. On my 2016 Scout 60, the wire with a pink/red stripe on the black housing, that's the power wire that this brown wire gets plugged into, but I think the newer Scouts have brown in their wiring harness, so you want to double check that. Anyhow, let me wire this up real quick and then show you how it works. I need 3 hands. Don't drop it, Mike. Famous last words. There we go. They do give you a nice little weatherproof boot there. Now you know why you got the tie wrap, is to try and capture some of this mess. Neaten it up a bit. Plug in this harness. It can only go in one way. Can't really mess that up. Though I'm sure if I tried hard enough, I'd figure out a way to mess it up. So, all right. Now then, let's turn this guy on. Hopefully I don't blind everybody. I'll point it down some. It works. Check my high beam. High beam works. Now this is what makes this light cool. Wait for it. Hopefully I'm not blinding you all on the camera. But see how the elements, and I mean it's not on the bike, so it's not sitting level. But the elements, they'll illuminate depending upon your bank angle. I honestly don't think you need that 5-mile long zip tie that they gave you with the kit, because there just ain't that many wires in here. You do want to make sure that it goes in such a manner that it's you know, not smashed up against other plugs inside the housing, but there's plenty of room. It's not that crowded. The top edge of the retaining, or the bezel, the trim ring, it captures on a couple of notches on the top of the headlight bucket. So you've got to make sure you've got both of those when you're pulling this shut. And it just snaps in. Can't hardly mess up the alignment. And one screw and you're home free. There's a joke there somewhere. I'm not allowed to say. Or my YouTube video won't be AdSense friendly. Nice enough that Indian made this screw stainless steel. It really is. This has a split washer on it. You don't need to reef on this bottom screw to the point where the whole bike wants to fall apart on you. Chances are good if you're pulling on it that hard, you're gonna strip or break something. Ta-da! It's done. Let me turn it on again? Sure, Mike. Why not? Just to make sure nothing came unplugged. High beam. And of course, we already kind of saw the adaptive feature of it. I like the Indian halo that's on there. I kind of wish it would have went all the way around the headlight like the old one. But hopefully this one will perform better and it won't fog up like my Eagle Lights was. Like I said, I've got Eagle Lights on every bike I have, and this is the only one I've ever had an issue with. This has to be the single easiest upgrade you can do to any Scout that actually matters. All you need is a nice small pair of needle nose pliers that you trust, a good quality stubby screwdriver, nice Phillips one, and you know, you can upgrade the lights on your Scout. You can either do a standard drop-in H4 halogen, I believe is what it is, either a DOT approved LED upgrade, or you know, there's other types of better quality bulbs that are standard H4. You can do the Eagle lights like I ran for 6 or so years. It was great up until this year, and I started having problems with it. And it's the only one I've had problems with, so I would still recommend them, because the other bikes that, you know, my wife's bike, we have 2 Royal Enfield Himalayans, none of them have issues with it. So maybe I got a lemon, who knows. You can install the Pathfinder Adaptive, which is what this guy is, or the standard Pathfinder. Any 5 3/4 bulb is going to fit the Scout for the most part. There might be some clearance issues in the back of the headlight bucket, but it's pretty roomy in there. There's not a ton of wires, so this is easy. I'm almost ashamed that I made a video about it, because, like, really, Mike, 2 tools? But, you know, somebody may have wanted to know. So there you go. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. If you did, give me a like, you know, down on the bottom, and then the subscribe and the notifications and all that stuff, so the YouTube algorithm knows I exist, because all hail the algorithm, right? So I appreciate y'all watching, and until I see you next time, ride safe.